Hello class, this is my week 3 assignment. It's the web for the Pentester Assignment. So let's get this started here. I'm going to, here's the web page I've been working with for the past week, and we'll be going through all these examples right here, and we'll be exercising the vulnerabilities in each example. Let's start off here with some cross-site scripting. Actually, for a little background, cross-site scripting stems from a lack of encoding when information gets sent to the application's users. This can be injected arbitrary HTML and JavaScript. The result will be that the payload will run in the web browser of the legitimate user. The easiest and most common proof that an XSS vulnerability exists is you get an alert box to pop up. And it's done using a payload. There's many advantages of this. It shows that the JavaScript can be triggered. It's simple and it's harmless. So that's what we're going to be doing with all these examples right here. We'll be getting an alert box to pop up. So here's the first one. Example 1. This one was quite easy. This one just involved, played around a little bit with this actually. You can just put whatever you want here. And you can see that it says hello Greg. So the actual payload that I'm going to be using is a simple one. It's just the script payload to get the alert to come up here. We'll just use a simple, just a 1. So executing this and 1. So the alert worked. That vulnerability was exploited. So we're going to example 2. In this example, as you can see, I'll just for we go to use the same simple payload like we did in the last example. This will not work. And nothing. We did not get the box here. So obviously there's some filtering going on. So what we had to do was we had to, since to bypass this, I just capitalized script and boom. Okay, go on to 3 here. This one was a little bit trickier. More filtering has been added. I'm not going to keep going through all the ones that don't work. I'm just going to show you what does work. Let me see what we did with this one. Oh, in order to do this, I had to separate the payload. So this one, to be honest, I went through the walkthrough. This one helped with this because this was this one took a while to figure it out. But some script, and then I spaced it here. Okay, it looks like I did something wrong here. Let's see what I did. Must have forgot. Good. Good. Quotation should not matter, but actually that one's not working. I did get it to work. In my PDF that I'm going to be submitting, you'll see that all of these did work. I'm not sure what's going on here. This payload should be correct. Well, it does work. All right, let me go to the next one. We'll go to example 4. This one I actually saved the payload, so this will be a lot easier to go through. And I did look at all the page source HTML code, and I did include it in my PDF as well. So, but in this one, the word script has been blocked. So to bypass this, what we had to do was we had to use this alert, this payload right here. And CYB 505, the alert popped up, so that one's good, it's successful. 5. Again, in this example, the script tag is accepted and it does get echoed back when used. So what we had to do here was use a prompt payload. And there you go. Hello, Professor, it says. All right, forgot I did that. And then example 6 was, yeah, this one actually took me a while. So again, I had to resort to the walkthrough. I tried doing these myself, but it was not happening. So the variable in this one is assigned to a string character, followed by the quotation and the semicolon, which you'll see in the source code. Probably actually show it up right here. Right, and what I'm referencing is right here. So we have to include this in our payload. So the payload I used for this one was and there you go, we got the alert again. Okay, so go back. Now that brings us to example 7 here. Example 7. And this is similar to the one before. And I'll show you what I mean by that by looking at this source code. So instead of a double quotation, it's a single quotation with a semicolon. So we're pretty much going to do the same thing, except we're going to replace the double with the single. Since the double quotes get filtered. And there you go. Successfully got that alert box again. Okay. So now we're going on to number 8 here. And for this one, I use this payload. So this one was different. This one's hard because it's the first time we see a prompt message. So you type whatever you want in here. Hello, submit it, and it's gonna echo it back to you. Okay, so here we just what did I forget? Oh, hello. There we go. And there's the alert box. So we got one more. Example 9. Oh, actually, so this example 9, I was not able to do after I did a ton of research. I found that this is a DOM cross-site scripting attack, And unfortunately, all modern browsers are protected against this style of attack, so they're not vulnerable. DOM-based cross-site scripting is an attack where the attack payload is executed as a result of modifying the DOM environment in the victim's browsers, which is used by the client-side script and ensures that the code runs in an unexpected manner. So unfortunately, I was not able to do that one. We'll move on to the SQL injections. So the SQL injections, they're one of the most common web vulnerabilities. All SQL injection use the MySQL for backend. They come from a lack of encoding and escaping of user control input when included in SQL queries. Okay, depending on how the information gets added in the query, we're going to be using different things to break the syntax. So example 1, this was a similar one, a very easy one. So from the URL here, what we're going to do is inject this code right here. And as you can see, we successfully exploited that one. And I'll go to example 2. You can try the same one here, but it's not going to work. Error no space is what we get returned with. So instead, all we had to do was run the same payload. We just had to get rid of all the spaces in it. And there you go. We're able to see all the fields. Okay, so we'll go to 3. In this example, the developer blocked spaces and tabulation. So to bypass this filter, we had to comment out between keywords with no spaces. So comment out, you'll see the slashes with the wildcard symbol. And that's what we had to use here. And again, successful. Okay, so 4, in this injection, now I removed the ID 2 here in the beginning of the URL, and I injected the code, this code. This will break the syntax. Make sure I get the and there you go. So now we'll go on to 5. Example 5. So after looking at this source code, I noticed that the regular expression is incorrect since it only measures that the parameter ID starts with a digit. Therefore, the same payload used in 4 can be used in 5. So we'll do the same thing. There we go. Moving on to 6. On this example, after reviewing the code, I noticed that the regular expression only ensures that the parameter ID we just did. I'm sorry, we just did 6. On to 7. So this filter can be bypassed using the using this SQL injection right here. And this one I actually had to look up as well.